Parur Shiva Temple is 13 kilometers northeast of Guruvayur. It's an ancient temple. It is a Swayambhu Linga. When a Cherumi, that is a tribal woman, was um, sharpening her instrument, she saw this, and after a prasna, the linga was consecrated by a rishi. It is very, very ancient. It has got a whitish color. It is about 45. The consecrated linga has a whitish color, about 45 centimeter, and it is a Bana linga. A Bana linga is found in the Narmada river. So a rishi from the Narmada river area, has consecrated this, very ancient. And this later on it belonged to the Perunduruthi Mana and Tannannur Mana, and all the Nayar Tharavards around had some what you call the rites on it. Now it is a beautiful temple, though small. There are decorated lion and lionesses, showing that this was the Paravayur, or Paravai means Vadasi. It's a decorated small niches. You can see the Shiva Kudumba, Veerabhadra, Markandeya, and lions. That is the male and female lions. They are with like decorations showing a Pallava type lion, and there is also a animal with the head lost. I don't know what it is. Then there are some Karana forms. There is a Ganapati and Ayyappa, Upadevadas, and the Naga Kav also is there. People give Naga idols for removal of diseases. And this Parur is on the eastern side of the Gramakshetra. On the southern side of the Gramakshetra is the Manigandeshwaram. It's a very famous temple, but now it is dilapidated, and restoration works are being carried out. It is 10 kilometers from Guruvayur. It's ancient. The manas involved in ancient times were Padupalli and Kadavanadu Mana. And the Talapalli kings of Manakulam, Cheralayam, and Eliyangadu, that is the Mushaka Vamsha, they were the Rajapurusha of this temple. Actually, the Rajapurushas were doing the administration. And sometime in the ancient period, that probably during the time of the Samarin, the Brahmins went off, giving the control totally to the Rajapurusha. And during Tipu's invasion also, there was some problem with the temple because it was very rich temple. And there is a Dutala and a Mukha Mandapa. And the western Gopura still survives, though dilapidated. Now the important thing too, there are two pranalas. One is for the Kirata Murti and the other is for the Kirati. That is a very unusual feature. And there is a southern Upadevada temple with Mukhabandapam, and it is in this the Kiradi and Kiradan are sitting facing the west, that is Jaladrishti Ugrarupa. And on the north, there is another Shiva facing west. And at the southwest corner is Kirata Sunu, Vetekaran facing east. The well is in the northeast. So Tambalam has 6 doors. Southeast shows Satidapalli. There is a shrine outside Chitambala on the western side. One is for Manigandhan, Ayyappan facing east, and the other is for Palakal Bhagavati, Bhadragali. Actually, there was no shrines. Both the temples are at present facing the tank. Actually, These are on the east of the tank facing the tank. The entire area is considered to be the swata or wealth of the Palakal Devi. And Palakal Devi is strength or Chaitanya is in the Pala tree and in the tank. And the other Devadas were given place to sit by the Palakal Devi. So the Bhumi, earth is belonging to the Palakal Devi. Palakal Devi is actually the Kottavai of Palaivanam. And there is a Uttupura and a Patayapura on the east. Gopuram and Maryada were there, all are destroyed. Only the remnants are there. The Dwarapala Shila is very beautiful. Now, one thing important I've noticed is that in the front door there is an Ananda Shayana. According to Vastu Shastra, the whatever is on the front door will be the Deva Chaitanya inside. So the Darushilpa, the Ananda Shayana on the front shows that there is a Vaishnavi Chaitanya inside. And both Kirada and Kiradi are looking at the tank, Jaladrishti. Then Vadake Shivan is 40 centimeter, Kirada Murti also 40 centimeter, Vetekaran is 30 centimeters, a sitting Manikanthan 23 centimeters, Ganavadi 23 centimeters, Palakilama, that is a new one, Bhadragali 30 centimeters. And there is Kalapuli for Palakilama on the first Friday of Meenam. Magarachova Vela is important. Then Varam Ut was present in this temple. Logan has described that the temple used to feed 3,000 to 3,500 travelers, Brahmins and students, etc., who were coming to the Agrahara of the Vanderi Nadu. So this was a very famous place where free food was given to travelers and also to students and teachers. But now it is not there, but still the Uttupara is, you can see the Uttupara there. Other features that I noticed is that the Dwarapalaga on one side is completely mutilated. On both sides, there is a dwarf, a Kirada Sunu. A Kirada Sunu or dwarf is actually the Vetekaran type. But one of the thing is the unmutilated one. You can see that even though it is childlike, a dwarf, it has got a beard. So an old one, which is a munda type. This is very important. In our this thing, the Uttapan Deva also is an old one, but very short one, like that. Similarly, Ayyappa, then the Mohini concept. Probably the Vastu on the front door, maybe because of that, there is a presence of Mohini inside. That also may be the reason why the Bhugavan, the front door shows a Ananda Shayana. So these things I noticed. Then also the Vadake Shiva. Vadake Shiva has got a very decorated Vyali wearing the anklets on all the legs. This was but brought only when the Chiralayam group left Vanderi Nadu. When the Chiralayam group left, their Shiva, their palace deity Shiva was brought here. So that one is a Shiva from Cheralayam. Cheralayam also, Cheralayam or Cheralayam is a very old Rajavamsha, also belongs to the Talapalli Mushaka group. So these things are important. And the Sapta Madriga also has got that stone has got a difference from others. Only the Veerabhadra and Ganapati are represented by lingas. All the other 7 Devis, 7 Madrigas are cut deep as uni things, like a deep square shaped thing. So these differences are there. And Manikanteshwaram was a famous temple all during the history of Kerala. Now both this Manikanteshwara and Parur, though they are small, has got some important points to note. The one thing is that the Chera kings had 3 types of totem trees. Pana or Sala was their totem when they go to learning. Vaga when they become kings or emperors in the Vagai Perunturai, that is Tirunava. And Punna, when they enjoy life with their ladies and their Devadasis with dance, music and all. Both Parur and Manikanteshwara shows evidence of that in the lion, lioness and here in the beautiful valleys, especially in the Vadakesh. And even the Nandi is decorated, beautifully decorated. But unfortunately, during some of the attacks, its head has been cut off, mutilated. And this temple is a landmark in the history of Vanneri, because even now in front of the Uttupura, you can see how much of the what you call the fuel directly from the estates that they have, the coconuts. Even now it is there. With all every wealth has gone. Even then it is enough for them to continue the day-to-day activities. So what would have been the state of affairs when they were feeding 3,000 to 3,500 people every day, free of cost? Now this is a great chira or a lake in front of the temple. It is more than 1 acre diameter. This is new temple. This one is the new Palakal temple, Bhagavati temple. A new addition. There are lot of artifacts lying around here and there, and they have started to have a Nakshatravana on the western side, and they have also planted a konna, and that konna, just like the one in Tiruvanchikulam in Urungalur, this one gives flowers all through the year. So a sign of the anklet of the Mohini. This is the Uttupura, very old Uttupura. It's a dilapidated state, but that is a small kilivadil, a window there, through which the king can look into the Uttupura. This is the outside of the Uttupura, the kitchen part, where so much of food had been given. See the coconuts now. Even now the coconuts are enough for them to do the activities, day-to-day activities. This is the fuel gathered around. And this wall and all are new ones, not. This is the ladder by which the king has to go up onto the Uttupura second floor, first floor. Then a view from the Kilivadil of the Uttupura into the place where the food is served. The king can supervise how much is being given and who or which person is not getting enough food and what mischief the servers or cooks are doing all these things, he used to supervise himself, sitting behind this Kilivadil and looking into the dining hall seen there. This is the view from the Kilivadil into the dining hall of the Uttapura. And there is a gallery outside. This is for the women of the royal family to sit and watch any festivals, Purams, etc. And my mother told me that she used to go and sit there whenever there is a festival, because she is the daughter of one of the Chittanur Rajas. She can go there and sit there and watch without any problem. And these things, these old memories keep our pride, not, I don't want to call that term pride, but our self confidence alive. And even though these vessels are not used now, how many people have been fed with that in ancient days?